hilarious.
Hello, everybody. I think there's a little bit of an echo on the show today. I don't know how bad it is. Just let me know if it's okay. So welcome, everybody. And we have a mystery guest in the studio. And I think her name is, what's your name, Les?
Rosie,
Hello, Rosie. It's lovely to have you in here.
great to be here.
So I'm sorry there's a bit of an echo. I don't know where it's coming from, but just one of those things. I want to tell everyone how I woke up this morning to this. Is it showing up?
Something
Wait,
showed up. Oh, yes.
there. So
My
it
face.
says cow pulled from the River Clyde in Glasgow. I thought maybe that was cremated.
Dead
So I
cow
don't know.
pulled from the River Clyde. Yes.
I woke up to that and I just laughed. Mad. So can somebody let me know if it's echoing on your side? Because it sounds like it's echoing on my side. Yeah, so what do you want to tell me, Rosie? What was your main highlights of the day?
Well, I think the dead cow headline was particularly funny because it turned out somebody'd written underneath, I thought Margaret Thatcher was buried.
So there was another funny one today, and it was something that, in case anyone's looking for a couch, he has a couch for £20. So it says
Oh,
stylish grey
gosh.
couch, £20, only 3 years old.
Stylish grey cow.
Yeah, just stains is why it's cheap. So needs gone as soon as possible. No time to be.
I have to say, it looks like my couch. It's just maybe a bit smaller.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm just gonna get that off. Okay, so um, tell me what you want to tell me, Rosie. What do you want to talk about?
Um, Gosh, I hope you can still hear me. First of all, because I'm in my conservatory and it's just started to rain, so it might get rather noisy. Um,
That's
Lovely
fine.
to be here. We're just here to have some fun, to laugh at all the political nonsense that's going on this week, and do it for Indy and have a good laugh because it's Friday night and we all need it.
So that's it. You read it out, Rosie.
Are we all bored with negative unionist drivel? Yes, apart from when it's funny, which it
Okay,
frequently
so
is, I have to say.
uh, I'm gonna put some of the comments up. There's
Um,
Eddie saying, "Here we go," and there's Henry, and there's Eddie saying, "Evening, Jim and Rosie," and there's Hashbury Stumble says, "A rose for Rosie."
Here's the Ashbury Stumble. Hi, Ashbury. Hi, Eddie.
And
Hi,
yeah,
Save Grangemouth. I don't know who you are, but hi.
that's Henry.
Oh, is that Henry? Okay. Hi,
Uh,
Henry.
so another interesting thing I saw that's just like non-political. Look at this. Will you read it out, Rosie?
Sure. Between 5 and 8 hours a day, sometimes in flowers.
Yeah, that's
Also,
bees.
they
Bees, they
also
cuddle up together and they
they
sleep for
like to
5 to 8
sleep
hours a day.
and hold each other's feet.
Yeah, little bees.
I don't really get that one, Jem. Can you explain?
It's because it's on a little bit of the screen. It's little bees. They actually sleep in the flowers and they lock their feet together so they don't fall out and they sleep there for 5 to 8 hours a day.
Wow. That's so cute. I wish somebody would do that with me. Wish I was
I
a bee.
know. So I don't know if my voice is echoing because it's echoing on my side. Um, so let's see what else we've got here. Okay,
Right, do you want me to read it out?
yeah.
Right, okay, you ready? Sticks and stones may break my bones. Words will also hurt me. Compliments make me uncomfortable. I have social, I have social anxiety. I'm a wreck. Just go.
So um, Dean Halliday put that up this morning,
Sounds like
and I
me.
thought that was really funny.
Can I
I
just
think most of us
explain?
feel like that.
Can I interrupt? Sorry, can I just explain why I'm wearing? I don't normally walk about like this, but I'm a teacher, and I don't want to get into trouble. So that's why I've got the shades and the cool wig.
You're a bad girl.
Too much of a rebel. That's me.
I love it. So just something I wanted to mention. There's an event on for the free ports. I'll just put it on the screen and Rosie can read it.
Sure. Oh
Um,
gosh, right.
it's a
I
free
need
port
to.
meeting.
Okay. Fife Council budget deficit is now 11.6 million. Oh, is that all? Is this connected to their investing in the fourth Freeport City region deals and enterprise zones? What services will they cut to close the gap? Sorry, a major
So basically,
a major solar farm with 100,000 solar panels has been approved by Fife Council on farmland near Ochtertool. It comes with battery storage facilities. A floating wind farm is planned in the fourth estuary at Burnt Island within the fourth Freeport. How does any of these energy installations affect the local community residents? So there's a public meeting on Sunday, the 23rd of March, 1:30 till 3:30 at the Sands Hotel in Burnt Island if you want to attend.
okay, so that's Freedom Not Free Ports on Facebook and also on Twitter or X. And it's also Say No to Free Ports. So if you follow them, it's really important that people go to the meetings.
Definitely, because free ports is something lots of people don't actually know about them. And what they effectively amount to is areas, investment zones where basically local employment laws do not apply, which also means that there will be private investors having the opportunity to exploit basically workers, whether they be local or from anywhere else, and they probably won't have any positive benefits whatsoever to the local economy.
Yeah. So people can go to Freedom Not Free Ports and on Facebook, join the group. There's a lot of information on there, but it's really important people go to the meetings.
Well, here's something from Hashbury Stumble. Hi, Hashbury. With the 8th of March, that's tomorrow, being International Women's Day, we have produced a new leaflet with Women for Independence to be used on the Indie Campaign Day and beyond. Good on
Yeah.
you, Hashbury. Brilliant.
This is actually his first message. He said, join us in Prestwick.
Very interesting. And I happen to know that it's tomorrow's the 8th of March because my mother,
Today's the 7th.
today's her birthday, and she's a woman and she turned 93 and she's still amazing. So she was there with her children and her great grandchildren. And no, sorry,
Well, happy birthday.
great grandchildren. Yes.
Happy birthday to Rosie's mom.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can tell me if there's an echo because it's really distracting me. Maybe it's not coming out on Facebook and YouTube, but it sounds terrible here.
It sounds
So
okay here, but Hashbury Stumble has said that's tomorrow, folks. Assemble in Prestwick at 10:30 if you want to attend. 10:30 a.m.
So that's for International Women's Day.
Yes.
And today is Daughter's Day. So I want to say happy Daughter's Day to my two beautiful daughters. And I'm sure they're not watching, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Mhm.
And your mommy loves you very much.
Oh, can I do a shout out for one of my friends? Her
No,
name is
I'm going to mute you.
Agnes. Agnes. Agnes Kerr from the Indie 2 Cafe. Her birthday today. I'm not going to say her age, but it's not 93. Happy birthday to Agnes. She does
Okay,
a
now you,
lot of work for Indie 2 Cafe and for local food banks and baby banks. And she's a total star.
so now that you said happy birthday, you have to sing happy birthday. So we go.
So you didn't really catch that. What did you
I
say?
said now you have to sing happy birthday.
All right, are you ready then? To my mum and to Agnes. 1, 2, 3. You ready?
Yeah.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to
to you. Join in. Happy
happy
birthday
birthday.
to you. Happy birthday, dear ladies. Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday to you.
you.
Hip hip hooray!
Hooray!
Yeah, I had three stumbles and my voice sounds garbled. It's just, I'm going to put on a song and I'm going to leave the studio and come back while the song's playing. Rosie, don't say anything in case your mic doesn't go on mute and see if it sorts us out. But the song's going to play in the meantime and we'll see you guys now.
See you soon.
Seconds. Okay, it's 6,000 square miles by Pepper Jock.
Sitting here thinking, help me understand why you feel you have the right to do that thing you planned. Working in the shadows like some thief in the night. Your dark deed has finally seen the light. Did you think we wouldn't notice? Did you think we wouldn't know? Just because you can doesn't make it right, and so with no more than a map and a pen in your hand, you redrew the border and stole Scotland's land. 6,000 square miles of the finest fishing grounds, 7 oil fields included in that haul. No negotiations, no one there to see. Carried out in total secrecy. Did you think we wouldn't notice? Did you think we wouldn't know? Just because you can doesn't make it right, and so with no more than a map and a pen in your hand, you redrew the border and stole Scotland's land. I'm sitting trying, but I can't understand how it could be possible to do the thing you planned. Creeping in the shadows with a simple sleight of hand, you came in and stole Scotland's land.
Hi.
Well, I just want to say that I really like that song.
No, it's beautiful. It's the first time I heard it. It's excellent.
Yeah.
So
So, Rosie, you
appropriate.
choose something to talk about. I'm just going to send Henry a link because he wants to come in for a tiny bit. I'm just going to pop out the studio. You talk away.
On my, who am I talking to? Sorry.
You're talking to the audience. So just talk about something to do with independence. I'll be back in a second.
Thank you very much for landing me in it. Okay. Gosh, it's been some week in politics and lots of things happening. Oh dear, what can I say about it? Perhaps I think now is the time actually where comedy is ripe for the piss take. All the hypocritical so-called Labour politicians pretending to stand up for Scotland while pretending that while sort of following Sir Keir Starmer's orders basically, and still can't afford to feed our own kids, yet at the same time we can suddenly find how much is it? $1 billion a year they've been spending on weapons and money to the Ukraine. It just makes me sick to my stomach, sorry. But we're here to enjoy it because it's Friday night. Is that right, Henry?
Hello, Henry.
Yes, it definitely is. Who is that stranger? Who's that? Is that Rosie?
No.
Hi.
I would have never recognised you, Rosie.
Really? Did my disguise work? No?
Yeah, it does. I'm saying to myself, who is that? But I noticed the name Rosie, and I'm thinking they ought to be Rosies. And I'm thinking, which thorny one is it? And I went, oh, it's Rosie.
I can be quite thorny at times, I have to admit. I think I've had a few run-ins with you.
I've never noticed.
But we always have a laugh.
No,
So Henry, I hear you're retiring from activism.
yes, I am. Right, unfortunately, the old legs have decided to give up on my brain. My brain sends a message, but for some reason it just doesn't get there. You know.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
It's a wee bit like unionism, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Henry, you'll still be there.
Well, you don't need to be physically active to be active. You can be on a laptop doing a daft show or something like us.
I gave up on slaptops. I was always slapping them.
So Henry, are you going to give us Henry, are you going to give us a joke?
Oh no, they usually tend to happen when somebody's speaking about something, and guaranteed I'll relate to it straight away. So if I start laughing, you know I've got a joke ready for you. You know what I mean? So how are you, Jem?
Well, you've got your afraid not joke.
Come on, Henry, you've got to tell us a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's usually, as I said, usually as a discussion goes on, it pops into my head and that's it. You know, for some reason, I don't know why it works that way. Maybe I'm heading for dementia.
You're not the only one, Henry.
Well, I've got it already, and I'm only 21.
But you've got a reason, Rosie. You've got all those school kids to attend to.
Oh God, listen, I can. There's times I can. I saw my niece, who I haven't seen for about 8 months because she lives down in the borders and she's got a new baby and stuff. And I was speaking to her and I couldn't remember her husband's name. And I thought, that's really embarrassing. I said, I'm really sorry, but I've got brain fog.
Oh, it's terrible when that happens, you know.
It's embarrassing.
Oh,
Going house, they couldn't remember his name.
I mean, if I asked somebody their name, if they lifted up a picture of themselves, I'd be able to know who it is, but I would never remember the name. Ever remember the name.
Do you know what I now say to people? If I meet someone new, ask them their name, they tell me, and I said, listen, please don't be offended if I don't remember it.
I forget immediately.
Listen, this is a true story, right? This happened to me. I was walking through Clybank and I was heading to the wee shop, and as I was just ready to go in through the door, this wee woman ran up behind me and she tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned round and she went, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody else." I said, "You're absolutely right." I said, "You're absolutely right. I'm somebody else." Well, there you go. Stranger things have happened, you know.
That actually reminds me of Spike Milligan. He was talking about his grandchildren, and he said, so there I was sitting in the toilet with the door locked. One of my grandkids knocked at the door, and I said, who is it? And the grandkid said, it's somebody else. And he said, it's always going to be somebody else, isn't it? Which I thought was brilliant.
Well, David,
would that have been during the time that the toilet paper shortage by any chance?
You mean during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I remember the pandemic toilet roll shortage, yes.
Yeah.
People panic buying toilet roll. I remember that was quite...
Was that because everybody had a runny nose or something? I don't know. I don't know why that happened.
No, it was like you couldn't buy toilet paper at all. Everyone was hogging it. It was terrible.
That was right, I know. But you think if it was a runny nose, they would have tissues. I find kitchen rolls the best.
You know, we used to live on the Hebrides, and like whenever there was going to be a gale, people used to buy everything in the shop.
Right.
Couldn't get toilet paper, so we're quite used to it.
Was that when you lived in North Youth, Jem?
Yeah, well, we lived in a few places on that Hebrides, but yeah.
Yeah, God. Well, that must be a real disaster. It's not as though you could order a Asda shopping online or something.
No, and in the winter when the ferries don't come, there's like literally nothing in the shop.
Oh God, what did you do?
Drink whiskey, you know.
I turned to kitchen roll.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Cut them in half, and it does both ends, you know.
You're a bit of a tightwad. Half a sheet of kitchen roll. That wouldn't do me any good.
It's better than that. It's better than that toilet roll. You know what I mean? The toilet roll that I buy, your fingers go through it too quickly, you know. So.
I'm actually old enough to remember the toilet roll you got at school. We used to use it as tracing paper in the classes when I was at primary school. Do you remember that?
That's very simple thing.
It was really hard and horrible. That's right.
And
Tommy sent you down and say, "Oh, we need to do some tracing." You go down to the toilet and get some toilet.
Go, Tommy, and what have you drawn today? And it's this piece of brown stuff.
And Anna Sarwar wasn't around at that point either.
Well, that's a different type of, you know what I mean? And it gets thrown at us every day, doesn't it?
Oh, it's just bizarre. It's just like, if art is imitating life, and it's so bizarre that you couldn't even make it up. I mean, the thick of it is nothing in this law. It's just absolutely off the scale crazy, batshit crazy.
Definitely.
yeah.
On you go, Jim.
No, you go, Henry.
No, on you go.
No,
I've
my
lost my
mic's
train of,
actually being a bit. Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought and my tickets in my pocket somewhere.
Well,
What's the
Roger
best
called me
thing?
this morning and we were having a lovely chat. And then all of a sudden I was like going to say something and it was just gone. And I was like, ah, bah, bah, bah. So I think
Let's,
we are all just growing old.
let's quickly think of something to say. Well, not that quick anyway. My brain's still trying to catch up with the last verse, you know.
So, Rosie, can I ask you something? Do you remember the joke about the 3 pieces of string?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell it. You can tell it.
No, but I can't because my mic's echoing.
No, I'm not. No, because I'll get it wrong. I'm rubbish at telling jokes. Henry,
Well, I'll tell you what, while you're thinking about it, Rosie, right? You can get it work perfect now, right? Not unless I make you laugh. I mean, when I was at school, right, there used to be a thing that we done was we'd go up and we'd say to a pal and say, what I want you to do is imagine a piece of string, right? And what you do is hold one end of it, so the wee boy would
right?
go hold it, right? And then put one end in your ear and pull it through, right? So he'd go like that, and you, right? And put your hand up against your ear, and I would have the other piece of string on the other end, right? And I say, right, pull it, and you go like that. And I said, pull it again.
Did the guy have flat ears, Henry?
Let me see. Yeah, well, funny enough, yeah. He didn't have glasses at the time, and he didn't have a beard.
Oh, what
That
did you do,
explains a
Henry?
lot.
Definitely.
Explains a heck of a lot.
Well,
Right,
when we
so-
were at school, we still had like corporal punishment, and the teachers used to give us a good smack or throw a blackboard duster at us or anything they wanted, and they got away with it.
I think some teachers got off on it, by the way. I think they enjoyed it. Whack.
Oh, yeah, I think that there were
Whack.
some sadists around, I know.
Corporal punishment in schools, and like the girls used to get, I don't know what you called it over here, but we used to get jacks. So they would
What?
either hit us with a thin bit of willow or like a piece of the desk, and you would get like 50 jacks, girls or boys. There was at 50. You couldn't walk for a week.
My God.
I mean, it was
We
so bad.
just got the belt. Yeah, we got the belt, yeah.
I know there was our teacher, I think long after I left school, he actually got like put in jail, but he used to give like the boys like 86 jacks. And I remember
What?
one of our friends got jacked in front of the whole class and literally collapsed after like 86 smacks on the butt.
That's
Wow, that's going a bit too far, eh?
a bit
I mean-
too far. Of course.
I mean,
Well, you know, when we went to school, because we're also old, we walked to school in the rain and the snow and the hail and the flood. And we got beaten by the teachers, and the kids these days think they've got it hard.
Well.
I mean, see, during playtime, like we go out for playtime, and we'd all be playing. You would see these wee white chalk marks on their heads.
Uh-huh.
The teacher would just turn around and throw a piece of chalk at you.
Aye.
And if it wasn't that, it was the duster.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm sitting waiting on the blackboard coming at me.
Well, our teachers just used to take the thing that you wipe the board with. It was like a piece of wood with a cloth on it, and she would just throw it at us.
Yeah, a big cloud of dust.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Or if you kicked your pen in the class, they would just come and grab your pen and throw it out the window.
but that was the days when we had milk at school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember The triangular, the pyramid-shaped milk carton. I remember that. Did you get
Oh,
that?
it was milk. It was milk bottles.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
Yeah,
you're a bit older than me.
with a straw. With a straw.
Yeah,
No.
I think we got a straw. Yeah, but they
I
didn't
thought
keep
you
the
meant
milk.
straw like hay. That's like, why are you getting straw with your milk?
Oh dear.
I mean,
Oh.
That was Thatcher for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, she got rid of Thatcher, the milk snatcher. That's right. Yeah,
Aye.
saved a lot of money for the Tories.
Yeah. And then you took your own at dinner time. Some kids would bring in a packed lunch, and the rest of us had a wee ticket.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're a free dinner.
Aye, free ticket with a wee
That's
ticket.
right. He used to say, right, hands up if you're a free dinner. You'd
Yeah.
get
Oh.
very humiliating, was it, for those kids? My God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm a free dinner, miss, they would say. Bloody lovely.
Well, we never got anything free at school except for like hidings, or they would pull your hair or smack you or something.
Oh, that's
Jem,
always free. That's always free.
Jem, did you have to, sorry, Henny. Jem, did you have to wear a uniform to school like us
Aye,
in South Africa?
we did. But when I was in
Did
high
you?
school, I shaved my hair in a Mohican, and I broke the school rules. Like behind my blazer, I had like safety pins everywhere, and I had a collar on, and
Oh my
I
God.
was always in trouble.
Oh dear. Those were the
Yeah.
days. Oh man.
So Henry, what did you get into trouble for at school?
Always turning up late.
Were you?
Yeah. And I couldn't read, I couldn't write because
Oh,
I entered school late in life, instead of
oh.
instead of joining school at the age of 7, 5, which in them days was pretty early. I was 7. Couldn't read and I couldn't write. And the teacher had the audacity to stick me in the corner with a big hat with a D on it.
Oh my God!
That's so horrible.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
find it hard to laugh at that, I have to be honest, but it's vile.
oh, they made cartoons of it, didn't they?
Oh, they did, the dunce hat. That's right.
The dunce hat. Oh, I was
Well,
proud of
that's
it.
something.
I didn't let it get me down. I was proud of it. Yay.
Yay, I'm the dunce. Yay. They should get one for Donald Trump, I have to say.
We should actually put our politicians in the corner with the hats on it.
I wish we could. And give them the belt or the thing that you got. What did you call it, Jim?
We used to get jacks.
Jacks. Right. Well, I know how many jacks I've
Yeah,
liked.
that was a hiding.
Yeah.
But they would use anything at all. Like if it was a wooden spoon, a feather duster, a thin bit of willow, that was the worst thing because it would literally cut into your skin.
My God.
I
Unbelievable.
suppose we all survived.
We survived, but it didn't make it right, though, I have to say.
No.
What were you saying, Henry?
I'm just saying we survived, but it doesn't make it right. And we're maybe laughing about it now, but actually when you think about it, it was horrendous.
Yeah.
Well, something that I heard was when the languages were made or banned in Scotland, we had a similar thing in South Africa because we grew up speaking like Scots and Doric and Gaelic, and we used to get beaten by the teachers. And if we spoke with an accent, we'd get a beating, so that's why I don't have a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Those were the days would be overestimating it, it's
Definitely.
unless you see how a culture can change, especially in school. And it must have caused a lot of mental health issues with kids.
Oh, definitely. And no wonder. Well, who would want to stick around? And if you were treated like that, you would be wanting to leave school as soon as you could, obviously.
Look,
Well,
I was always bunking it.
Yeah, or yeah, dogging it. They call it here, right?
Well, bunking it, dogging it. You
Yeah,
know,
we used to call it skiving.
skiving. Right.
was that be
I
sky?
remember once. Yeah.
Sorry, skydiving.
No, it was like bunking or skiving. But I remember one time, uh, my friend lived up the road, so we decided to leave school, and we had to climb over the fence. But I had a broken arm at the time, so I couldn't quite get over the fence. And the teacher came running after us, and I was trying to get over the fence. So we ran up the road.
Oh
I
gosh,
will. When we were kids,
madness.
we never had any money. I mean, my mum would do her best, give us,
Yeah,
give us what she could, you know. But we always wanted the things that you saw on telly and that, you know. And you're sitting there and you're seeing all these wonderful, great things. Mum, can I? Aye, son, I'll see what I can do next. But it never came, you know. But during the times that I bunked off school, I would go around collecting lemonade bottles. Just knock on the door, get any empties, and I had a big bag of empty bottles, and away down to the wee shop. And the shop would never give you the money for them. Oh, you have to take something, you know, like a sweetie or a
ah,
bottle of ginger or whatever.
yeah, that's right. That was the initial, the early deposit return scheme. Except as you say, you had to get something at the shop.
Yeah, that's right. But
Yes.
and as far as I'm concerned, I was disgusted at what the UK government did to our return scheme. You know, I was
Yeah.
ready to go. I was ready to roll, and Westminster was way behind as usual.
Oh, Rosie's good.
Oh, Rosie,
We'll get it back. Don't worry. Um, I was going to say something. When we were at school, we used to phone up the corner cafe and ask them, "Do you have Peter Stuyvesant in the box?" And they would go like, "Yes." And they would say, "Send him home. His mother's looking for him."
yeah, I suppose that was just the kids that just couldn't take the beatings and the bullying, and you know,
I know
found another escapism. You know,
bullying was harsh, but we used to skive a lot and leave the school. And one year I actually got a full attendance certificate, and I don't know how that happened. I had to go on the stage and put my full attendance.
yeah, it was difficult times. I mean, I'm glad to see that things have changed. You know, within the education system, and teachers are a bit more tolerant. You know.
Yeah, I think that this latest story, though, where they want to reduce the age where the kids can leave, it's actually Scotland's got one of the most educated population, and when they're letting the kids leave school early, it's like they're trying to destroy that.
I believe the UK government want to bring that in again. What is it? They want them to leave school at 14.
Hello, Rosie.
Apologies there. A slight technical difficulty, but I managed to overcome it.
I thought you
We've
looked out for a fag.
I'll just adjust my wig. Sorry.
Tell me, has your wig got internet?
No, actually, the signal went in my wig. That's what happened.
That one you happen to be one of Eddie's wigs with it.
I actually really like Eddie's wig.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's brilliant. We were saying that somebody said in the Indie Cafe, he looks a bit like, was it Boris Johnson? I said, no, it's far too tidy to be Boris Johnson's.
I always thought he looks like Burniston.
You think he looks like who?
Burniston. You know, they
Burniston?
do that thing about 11, 11 in the lift.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, in case everybody's wondering why we're having a good old banter, it's something that we all do with a whole lot of extra people in the evenings on Zoom with Indie 2 Cafe.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it's me and Robert. in the last show that why doesn't all the areas of Scotland start these Zoom meetings, get to know each other, tell jokes, talk about
Yeah.
independence between.
Yep. Sorry, darling.
You want me back on?
I managed to get back on. That's my son. He was in the bath and asked him to come and help me, and he's got out the bath. But I've got back on.
Gigi was wearing clothes.
I'm not very technically gifted, put it that way.
Oh, that's it. That's excellent. He made a wee cameo appearance.
It did indeed.
Brilliant.
We actually
so
gonna get him on the show sometime.
Just added to the comedy.
Uh,
There we go.
I was trying
So
to
I
find,
really, yeah.
I was trying to find the comedy when it comes to what the unions are throwing at us. You know what I mean? It's not funny.
Well, no,
Oh, yeah.
it's not remotely funny. But on the
No.
other hand, I think let's just ridicule them out of power, because comedy is a very powerful tool. Let's just take the total piss, which is humiliate them, which is exactly what the fuck they deserve. Excuse the swearing there.
I think we should laugh and have comedy, but I don't think we should lower ourselves to their level. You know, they are really
No, but
bad.
you can-
And I saw a comedy about, it was actually a Palestinian guy doing comedy about what's happening in Gaza. And I couldn't laugh because it's not funny. I can't.
Well, I sent you a link to something, didn't I?
Yeah, and it actually made me
It was
cry.
difficult. It was difficult to laugh because it's just some of
It's
it was
so
humorous,
serious.
but
Jen.
he was also pointing out how awful things were. You know.
Henry?
Yeah. Rosie sent you a link, but she sent me a square slice.
Shut up.
That's why I couldn't get in. No.
I have a cousin that lives down in London, and when she comes, she hates sausages, but when she comes up here, she said, "Oh no, right, let's go and get some square sausage and have a rolling sausage." She loves it. She won't touch sausages. The link
Okay, I'm
sausage.
going to be really rude and ask a question. How do you put a square sausage in a round hole?
Say that again.
Never mind.
I missed it.
No,
I want
it was my faulty mind.
I might have been so good. I could have added it to my repertoire.
Oh, Rosie, you can tell him.
What was that? I can't. I told you I've got dementia. I can't remember. I've lost my train of thought.
We're going to have to call this the dementia show because all three of us is like keep forgetting what we're going to say.
Think
Just
about
What's
it.
your name again?
normalize all the things that happen to everybody, and it's really normal. And yeah,
Well, when I think about it, come tomorrow, I'll be able to make another 3 new friends. That's
why? Because you'll see us in the chat in the evening, and you won't remember who we are.
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember who you are. If I see your face, then I'll know. I'll just say, "Oh, I know that face." Don't know the name, but I know the face.
I think the most hardest thing was like my parents forgot who I was. And I was like, "Hello, mom, hello, dad." And they were like, "And who are you?" "I'm your daughter." "No, we don't have children." And I'm like, "You fucking do."
Oh God! Sorry. Oh dear.
I got used to it, but
And in our family, I've got a big sister and two brothers. And my mum would want to call us in, and she'd be wanting to call me in, and she would go, "Elspeth, Robert, Harry," and I went, "I must be Elspeth."
my mom had, because I had three sisters, and she always used to get our names wrong. And I remember once I called my youngest daughter, I said, "Stop it, Phoebe," and that was the dog's name. And she looked at me and she said, "Did you just call me Phoebe?" I was like, "No."
I used to phone my mum and she'd answer, and then she'd say, I'd say, "It's your daughter," and she'd say, "Oh, no," I wouldn't say it. I'd say my name, she wouldn't hear me, and then she'd go through all the names. There's 4 of us, and eventually she would get the right one, and that included my brother. So two sisters, me and my brother, and she would go through all the names. And that was when she was quite young, actually, 50
I
maybe.
know. Anyway, shall we have a song, guys?
Let's have
Yeah.
a song.
I'm gonna put on the best song, Never Bring a Yin Home to Me.
It's brilliant.
An easy-going fella, as anyone can see. I have a lovely wife at home and a lovely family. My 17-year-old daughter started hanging round the town and bringing boys back to the house when we are not around. There was Tommy for the football, Andy for the gym. There was Robert for the high school and a lovely lad called Jim. Well, you know that I'm no worry, 'cause she knows the law's laid down, and it's never let me see you hanging round with you. No, I don't care about religion or the colour of their skin. I don't care about their gender, I'm a libertarian. So long as they love you and it's plain for all to see, just make sure and never bring a yoon home to me. It was then she brought him Christian. He seems a lovely guy. He doted on my daughter. She was the apple of his eye. He always smiles politely and he laughs at all my jokes. But with Christian there was something that made me want to poke. No, I don't care about religion or the colour of their skin. I don't care about their gender, I'm a libertarian. So long as they love you and it's plain for all to see, just make sure and never bring a yoon home to me. Invited to his parents for a spot of Sunday lunch, so we headed up to Bearsden on the number 60 bus. They toasted us with champagne, something they call ball. I was standing next to Thatcher, she was hanging on the wall. Now call me suspicious, but I don't care about religion or the colour of their skin. I don't care about their gender, I'm a libertarian. So long as they love you and it's plain for all to see, just make sure and never bring a yoon home to me. Now I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the box, but she wears khaki trousers and bright red socks. And I've asked my daughter once or twice, are you sure he's not a yoon? But she just laughs and says, away you go, you daft balloon. I don't care about religion or the colour of their skin. I don't care about their gender, I'm a libertarian. So long as they love you and it's plain for all to see, just make sure and never bring a yoon home to me. Let you try it now with me, come on. I don't care about religion or the colour of their skin. I don't care about their gender, I'm a libertarian. So long as they love you and it's plain for all to see, just make sure and never bring a yoon home to me. Thank you. I'd just like to mention Sean Moore, one of Scotland's finest poets here.
That was brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh, I made it back in time.
You
I
did
was
too.
lucky.
You were away for a
Brilliant.
pee, weren't you?
Brilliant song. Brilliant song.
It was very echoing on my side. I think they're messing with my sound, but anyway.
We need, they need, everybody needs to make an album.
Yeah, I think we all should actually.
All right.
I want to encourage everybody to get out there and start making music, doing art, murals, all that stuff. Art and music and poetry form such a big part of a revolution.
Definitely.
And
Absolutely, 100%. It's not all down to politics. It's our culture and our history that are being suppressed, and that's part of imperialism. But
Yeah.
let's look at John Lennon. Well, that's just one example. But music, art, poetry, comedy are very, very
Comedy.
powerful tools. Comedy is brilliant, yes. Satire,
Billy Connolly and all these people. They all
yeah.
went to different schools, art schools and whatever, and our government, unfortunately, because of the block grant, which is basically 40% of it's taken from everything that we earn in Scotland, and it's kept down south, and that means that our arts and all that, our budgets get cut, which means our artists aren't able to flourish,
And the other thing is, for example, they're trying to actually get rid of Scotland, the brand, which is an international brand, British whiskey, English whiskey,
I
putting a
saw they
Union
put in
Jack
Union
on all
Jacks
the
on
products.
whiskey.
Everywhere you go, Union Jacks on every single. Trying to get some cheese that's actually Scottish is quite hard in my local Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
It's mad.
I wanted to pass something by everyone. You've got question time on the BBC.
Yeah.
Why don't we start a question time on Independence Live? That's just Scottish.
Yeah, well, that would be good. I'm not saying I would say anything sensible, but
we could put
I'll send in
invitations
lots of
out
questions.
to all the independent supporting parties, and if they respond, they do. If they don't, they don't. But people who are watching can put through questions, and we can have our own Scottish question time.
Purely for Scotland, yeah, totally agree.
I think it would be really, really good. And when I was talking to a friend just now, and they were saying we could have a nominal Yun. And whenever he tries to speak, we could just mute him, so all you see is the lips moving.
A nominal Yun.
Sorry, guys, I've just noticed a comment from Hashbury Stumble who says Elaine C. Smith has been given the keys of the city, along with the likes of Nelson Mandela. You know lots about that, Jem.
Yep.
I think she could graze Highland cows somewhere.
Who is Elaine Smith?
She's allowed to graze Highland cows.
Who is Elaine Smith?
Elaine C. Smith. Well, she's a comic. Have you ever watched Two Doors Down or Rapsy Nesbitt or any of those programs? Well, she was Mary Doll. She was Rapsy Nesbitt's wife. And then she's, is it Christine in Two Doors Down? But she's a very ardent supporter of independence, very funny.
Oh, fantastic. I was worried it was a Yun for a second. That's why I was all guarded about it. Like, who is she?
Yeah. No.
We got a wee comment there from Eddie Wolfrey, and he's just got me clapping hands. The joke's not that good, Eddie.
We could actually start a show on Independence Live for up-and-coming comedians, even if we get some of the youngsters involved.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Time.
Excellent.
And we could have a piss take question time as well. That would be funny.
Yeah, well, question time is a bit of a piss take.
Yeah. That would be good. I'd quite like to be a member of the audience.
You can be a presenter and a member of the audience. I think we'll need a master of ceremonies.
Yeah, somebody to sit in the middle to keep the two sides apart.
Exactly. And if anyone starts arguing with somebody wished.
It's like when I watch Question Time, it's like there's more unionist plants. Even the Scottish one is at debate night. More unionist plants than at Adobe's Garden Centre sale. Which is true, isn't it? Let's face it.
We also should have our own breakfast show.
Yeah.
It's everything to do with breakfast time. Anybody gets up in Scotland, switches on the TV. It's
No, not the TV,
everything's from an
YouTube.
English point of view. Everything's from an English point of view. You're lucky if the word Scot comes up within 2 or 3 hours. And
Oh, and
that's
we
it.
can have a picture when they do the weather that Scotland's much bigger than England because they always do it the other way around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the and then you get the BBC Shetland, I call them. It's constant one Scotland bad story after another. Oh, the ferries, the ferries.
Well, we could do the same, and we could just tell really stories about England.
Everything in Scotland is shit, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way they like to portray us, you know what I mean?
Well,
But that's for the
exactly. It's
benefit.
propaganda, and we're not daft.
It's
That's
all
the
about
benefit.
dehumanization, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the benefit everybody down south. It's not to benefit us in any way.
No, it's nothing relevant.
Nothing. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I've stopped watching it. I've stopped watching STV. I've stopped watching BBC. You know, because as I said, there was 250,000 people turned up in Edinburgh. I mean, I said this earlier on. Was it covered by any of the news media? No, there was nothing. I couldn't believe it. I'm like that. What?
Unbelievable.
So we could have a breakfast show, we could have a lunchtime show, we could have a question time, we can have a comedy show, and we start making it, filling up the day so lots of people aren't watching TV and they can start watching Independence Live.
Well,
and we could do what Channel 4 does. We could have a show.
Yeah.
What's a show?
That encompasses everything that happens in the day, and everything that's been spoke about, and then it's just, you know.
Oh, that can be your job, Henry.
Okay. For now.
I was trying to get John Mellon on here to do the True History of Scotland show.
Yeah.
But there's lots of people that we can involve, and literally, I'm happy to produce the show so we get all the stuff going.
Yeah, well, point being is we're going to get it from a Scottish point of view, you know. We're going to get it from our point of view. You know?
I have to make a rule though, whoever does the breakfast show, none of this like fancy, perfect look. You know, you get up and your hair's all crazy and you don't have your makeup on and you just get on your breakfast show and be real.
Yeah. Come on with your rollers on.
No,
I didn't know you wore rollers.
Come on.
That's an idea for some shows, and I want to get some of the youngsters in and teach them how to make shows and get them, doing comedy and whatever they want to do.
Well, we talk about the arts as well, what's happening all over Scotland, you know, who's having wee events, really small events.
I've got another idea.
Sorry, sometimes events happen and people don't know about them until it's too late to go or too late to get a ticket. Do you know what I mean? So we should all be sharing information. We've got to be our own publishers in a sense. Share.
Yeah, we have to start being sovereign, and we need to start making things run the way that they would after independence. So one thing I was thinking of, you know, they have this antique show on BBC where they go and bring in something and they fix it up for them and do the show. We should do one of the things, you know, when you find somebody chucked out their couch and you're like, oh, I need that, and you just carry it into your house. Or somebody chucks out a chair, or, you know, we go skip surfing.
Bring it in and we'll break it.
Yeah, so we go skip surfing and see, like, in any area at a time, like, who chucked what out and who pulled it into the house.
Sorry, Hashbury Stumbles just put on, oh God, it's gone.
Okay, wait, I'll put it back.
I've lost it. Hashbury Stumble. Hamish said, you've heard about the pub, you get in for a pie and a pint. Well, in this one, you come in for a pee and a paddle. The toilets, the gents' toilets in a Glasgow pub.
Yeah, but there's a lot of different shows we could do, but I really want to get the youngsters involved,
Aye.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can even do things like a show on what they would like to have at school, like different sports maybe, or whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Well, after Brexit and COVID, I mean, it decimated our arts. You know,
Oh, definitely.
the singers and all that. They weren't doing any venues. They were, it was.
Oh, here's some. Oh, it's gone again. Independence Live.
You're too
Telling
slow, man.
telling Scotland's stories since 2013. Please support our 2024 crowdfunder, and there's a link there. Independence independencelive.net/crowdfunder, because there's so
Yeah,
much
so
out there that we don't know about, and we have to share it.
what we do is we need to invest in some more equipment. So we are filming with tablets that we bought literally from what's it called, CX or something secondhand, and we really need
Exactly.
to get some decent equipment, and um,
Well, the only tablet I've got is there
Here
for a
we go.
Monday. It's there for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I've
Have
taken
you
them in
got
that order.
the special Henry, have you got the special plastic box with the days
Oh
marked
yeah,
on it?
oh yeah,
I would
yeah.
need that. I do need
I
that actually.
I saw a sign and it said you get Monday, Tuesday, and then it's WTF. What the fuck?
Mine's has got Monday, Tuesday, day off, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's to recover for the first two.
Well, you totally ruined my thing about us using tablets, and we need to get some more equipment. So you get these nice cameras that, like the BBC uses, and that. And we managed to source some bigger cameras, like proper broadcasting ones. And we've got a whole team of people that are out there, including the indie pod, Marlene and Fiona. And we need to
Yeah,
get some decent cameras so we can actually do quality footage.
I know, and often it's the sound that's the problem, because
Yeah.
I couldn't attend Grangemouth, so I tried to watch it on YouTube. My hearing's not that great anyway, but I couldn't really make anything out. Do you know what I mean?
I think you're just going deep.
No, I do need
Well,
my hearing tested.
I tend to find that most of the broadcasts, I guaranteed it's always the sound that's the problem, and it does
Yeah,
spoil it a bit, because you really want
Especially if
especially
it's
to.
so
out
windy.
in
But like
Scottish rain and wind.
we all volunteers and we all buying our own equipment. So we keep on getting more and more mics, trying to get better quality. But at the end of the day, we are sacrificing our own food and our own council tax payments just trying to get equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. None
that's
of
So
us
that's,
are rich,
that's quite
face
that's,
it.
that's quite common. You know what I mean? I
did you
mean,
just
Yeah.
call me common? Did you just say
hats
I was
off.
common? Cheeky bastard.
You're common.
So if anyone wants to come into the Indie 2 Cafe, we'll literally check you, not a in, but we all have a good banter like during the week and on the weekends, and just have a blether, sing karaoke, tell jokes, talk about independence. Basically, what we're doing tonight, and we all laugh our heads off, and it's really nice. And you can also start your own groups around the country and have Zoom
Yeah,
meetings so you're
exactly.
actually talking to each other, getting to know each other, not just text or commenting on a post or whatever.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's easier for us to spread information when we're on Zoom meetings. And sometimes we get guests in, like on Monday, we had Pat Lee come in to chat to us. And it means they don't have to pay to hire venues and all the fuel and accommodation. They can address the nation via these groups.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly.
we just get in the
Plus,
habit of having a meeting a couple of days a week, and it all spirals from there.
plus, if you're stuck in the house and you've maybe got a disability or your skin and you can't afford to go and meet somebody in Glasgow or something, or in the evening, you can go on and just have a laugh and a joke with other
It's good for
people.
socialization for people who live by themselves, and I'm both
Exactly.
disabled and skilled. Never mind
Yeah.
all.
And we don't talk about politics all the time in the Indie 2 Cafe. We have a laugh and we ask each other how we're getting on and that kind of thing. So it's not just about politics, which is great. Oh,
Yeah.
Eddie Willface just said the sound on here is brilliant, folks. Result.
Well, it's
There you go.
echoing in my lounge. It's
Mine's
echoing like
fine.
I'm in the Grand Canyon.
Hashberry Stumble. Davy McGuinness streamed an all-day breakfast review from the Alba Cafe in Airdrie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I
well,
didn't
let's
see that.
let's do these kind
Scotland,
of
right?
things, and you go
Yeah.
and promote Scottish businesses, and
Yes,
you do
exactly.
your show, and it's just more inclusive of everybody. Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it
when I
doesn't
say
help.
like, that's the end of my sentence.
I mean, it's just ordinary folks like us that have to do the work. We don't have we don't have the right to broadcast. Scotland doesn't have a broadcasting license, put it that way. So we need to just do our own
Yeah.
independent podcasts.
Yeah.
So if
Chat group,
anyone else can come up
whatever it
with
is.
more shows,
What was that, Jim?
if anyone can come up with more ideas for shows, because I thought of a question time and a breakfast show, lunchtime show, like a skip surfing show.
Anything. I think a kind of our own sort of Scottish "Have I got news for you" would be a good laugh, but you'd
Yeah.
have to prepare with that. But
Yeah. I'm in.
it's
I'm
right for the
definitely. I'm in
commentators,
for it.
right there. Have I
I'm
got
in
news for
for it.
you?
I'm
And
definitely in
somebody
for
who
it.
comes on and just has a show like giving all the blah 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 from the day, um, that would be nice.
Scotland's got blah 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 for you.
We could just call the show blah blah blah.
Blah blah black sheep.
Yeah, so I think the whole thing is the media is working together, the independent Scottish media, and I'm going to
Yes,
be interviewing Nori Hansa. He's from Caledon Radio. He used to be with Indie Live Radio.
Yeah,
He's
yes.
no,
we'll get. I'm getting Mo from Sosa on as well on the show. So we are trying to widen the circle of people, and we're all talking to each other.
who is
Yes,
it? Does
exactly.
the TNT show?
Drummond,
All right. Okay. Right. I'll need to write
what's
that
his
down
first name?
before I forget.
I've heard of the TNT show, but I've never actually watched it. But I'll try and find out. But I'll watch
Yeah.
what I can,
Yeah. I'm the same.
when I have the time.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Sarah Saliers on the People's Doorstep referendum?
Yes, I watched a bit. I watched most of it. Yeah.
I think we were just spreading it around all the different groups, and they all published it on their pages. And this is how we're going to beat being silenced and suppressed.
Yeah.
It works really, really well. And there was only
Yeah.
one group that wouldn't share it. And I'm not going to mention their name,
Mm,
but most
yeah.
people were like really cooperative. And that's how we got Grangemouth event together, because everybody was working together.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what we have to do. Work together.
Can I
Network.
post?
It literally come out of the Indie 2 Cafe, and a whole bunch of people just getting
Yeah,
together and saying, okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to try and
exactly.
sage Grangemouth with a big wheelbarrow of sage. Save.
I would like to give a wee mention to a group called, the way it's said is Sourcer, but it's actually a lot of people just say Sorcerer because that's what I say, Sorcerer. And
Yeah,
I have all the videos on we are more than 45 page. It's very
yes,
informative. They give you the facts. They
yes,
talk about the voting system. right?
Mm.
And it's very informative. So you're welcome to come onto my page and share it.
There
Mo
we
makes
have.
some really excellent videos.
Sorry, Hashberry Stumble has just said the TNT show goes out on Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Right.
So we should maybe all tune into that and see. I have
Thanks,
never
Hash.
seen it yet, but I'd like to see it. And is it Saoirse? So I've been calling it Saoirse, but I've probably been mispronouncing it. Sorry.
Mo is the one that does all the videos and puts them all together, but he's got a team. He's got a legal team, and he's got that do
Yeah.
all his research. And I go in on Discord. I go on to
Yeah.
speak to the young ones, the ones that help to put it all together and collect up all the information. And they're a bundle of fun. And brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's the other point. We really need to get more young people involved. You were talking about that as well, Jem, especially young
Yeah.
musicians and artists and comedians.
Well, part of
Get
the
the
thing
youth
was
on
Graham
board.
Dallas is starting a radio show, independent radio station.
Yes.
It's going to play independence music 24/7.
Yes.
Getting young musicians up there, helping them get recorded, as long as it's independence related.
Well, well, as you know, Jim, I've got my own wee studio. I call it my kitchen studio, right? And we used to broadcast. This is well before the referendum, and
Yes.
it was hacked. It was totally hacked and brought down.
Oh, well, we know about that, don't we?
We know who done that. So I'm just. But now I've managed to get the page back, and slowly but surely it's moving back up again. So.
I think Freedom Tracy was also doing a lot of music during lockdown. She had a page and she was putting up music, like trying to cheer people up. And, lots of people were living alone and got pretty harsh for them.
So
well, those days there was a lot of artists on, and they were doing their own, especially on a Friday night, they would entertain for 2 or 3 hours, But all that went after the COVID, after COVID sort of thing,
Yeah.
Just right, 2 people. I'm going to read out what they've said here. Eddie Wolfie said it's pronounced Saoirse, so I've been saying it wrong for weeks now. And we also have Mr. E.
I'll put it back. Give me a second.
Get Mr. E back up. Good evening, folks. Had a hell of a busy week. Absolutely mental. Hope you're all keeping well. You too, Mr. E.
You too, Mr. E.
It's Friday night. Have a wee beer, have a wee whiskey, and enjoy yourself.
Are you trying to pressurize people to drink?
No. Well, you don't need to drink.
Have a cup of tea. So Ginger Giraffes is still at work. And that's just Mr. E saying hi to Eddie. So I don't know. I'm getting quite put off by the sound because it's echoing on my side. But
it's not getting anything here. I can't hear any echo.
I'm not getting an echo. I've just got rain in my conservatory.
It's a bit. I struggle to remember things at the best of times, so it's echoing, and I'm like, oh God, I sound bad enough the first time.
Well, here we have Hashberry Stumble. The Gaelic translated Saoirse means liberty and redemption. In case anybody's wondering about that. Liberty and redemption. That's what we need.
Liberty for it, that's for sure.
And then Eddie said that the sound is okay.
Okay. Well, according to Eddie Wolfie, the sound is perfect here, Jem. There you go.
Well, for some reason, if you look down at the bottom, there's 2 of me in the studio. One of them's muted. So, I don't know how that happened. There's 2 of me. If one of me is not bad enough. So, Eddie, I want to get some of Mo's music we played on the show sometime.
Yeah.
Have you got any?
I've got permission from him. He always tells me I can use anything that I want. So I'll put that together for you.
Yeah, because I would really like to do that. And like, what's his name? God, there's my dementia.
Sorry.
Pete Skelly. Pete Skelly said he said we could do some
Skelly.
music. This was a while back. He mightn't remember that he said that. Graham Dallas, maybe Graham Brown. Well, I speak to Ted Christopher, but we've got a wide range of independence music that we can slot in between the shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Well, it helps it move along.
Yeah. I think that is that 7:20.
Is it?
Apparently, 22 minutes past.
Yeah.
This
So,
it, don't.
um,
This reminds me of when we were all sitting on IndyCaf too. Well, Indy 2CAF, and we were all trying to count down for the bells. And because we had all different times, everybody was, I was, you just not pounce in at one time, but they'd be too soon. And if somebody else would pounce in, it'd be too late. Singing, bringing in the new year.
yeah, I just want to say to everybody, I said it already, but like, please start groups around Scotland
Yeah.
and get talking to each other. Because it
Yes.
helps to maybe somebody missed something on social media, or it's really nice. We've got a wonderful group of people on Indie 2 Cafe, and
Yeah.
they publish a link every night, and just have a blether. Some people live alone and it's boring, so they just in the cafe and everybody's having a laugh and
Yeah, exactly.
occasionally getting mad with each other.
Sometimes we argue as well. Sorry,
Mostly
if
Rosie.
And Nancy would always give you the football results.
That's right.
Oh, she does too.
But yeah,
And it's really nice. So, guys, please. And then what we can do once everybody's got groups up and running, we can actually have like somebody like maybe Rosie visits another group and one of their group comes to us, and Henry goes to visit the group.
Yeah, exactly.
And we start getting all the youngsters involved. We can start with all of our kids, but spread out from there and see who's talented, who needs a little bit of a opportunity.
And the bottom line is, at the end of the day, we're all getting a bit long in the tooth now. Sorry, but it's true. But we're doing this for our kids, our grandkids, and like all the generations to come. I mean, the goal, the ultimate prize for all of us, the one thing we have in common is independence. We have to be united. We have to get the youth on board.
Well, this is the thing, like the Indie 2 Cafe is non-political, okay? And everybody's entitled to their own choice, but like we don't have to talk to each other about who we support. So we actually have a good time, and it's pointless people just liking each other or blocking people because you support this one and you support this one. It doesn't matter. We just one people, one clan.
Exactly. I was going to say something and I've just forgotten it.
especially when it comes.
I'll blame my wig this time. It's getting itchy too.
Especially when it comes to the list seat,
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter as long as they're pro-independence and if they've got a second vote, it all counts.
Don't waste it. Don't waste it.
Waste it.
What does Eddie say? It's mad when Nancy. When Nancy's watching the football, at the same time, the results. And yes, it's
I totally agree with Eddie there because she tends to get the results a lot quicker than him. He's sitting there.
She's always first.
And then Eddie, about 30 seconds later, he says, "You've just told me before it went in."
Well, that's the thing, like a lot of people are not feeling well. I've noticed so much people going in and out of hospital, and people are really suffering from poverty. It's all colonialism, but you can still have a good old laugh, and you can sit in your own house, have a drink, and everybody's talking about the football. You're getting socialization, and it's beautiful. Like,
Well, they can take my freedom, but they can't take my humour.
We've just had Jem. You've just had an amazing compliment from Eddie Wolfies, who said this is a great new channel to watch. So
I
you
know,
can
but
give
you don't know
him.
that for sure. He's talking about us.
Oh, he's not talking about us. I was going to give him a tenner later too, but he's lost it now.
I heard there's a new channel on BBC. It's called Yoon. It's Yoons for you. Can't even finish.
Eyes on the prize, says Hashbury Stumble.
Yep, just keep that in your head.
Right.
Eyes on the prize.
Eyes on the prize.
So as you can see, the three of us are used to talking to each other. But in the indie cafe, how many people would you say there's normally? About 11.
Saturday nights, yeah.
Saturday night we call it the indie pub because most people are having a wee drink. Not everyone, but it can go until 2 a.m. sometimes. I was on at Hogmanay, and don't tell me how many people were on, but we tried to sing Auld Lang Syne together, and it was a total disaster. It was hilarious because we were all singing at the same time, but we're all out of time.
Well, we had a little karaoke the other night, and everybody got to sing a song, and it was really nice. And nobody's worried about who supports which bloody political party. It's not important.
That's irrelevant, you know.
So if they want to try and divide us, it's not going to work. No. Spread the word, everyone. I just want to say something on the Indie Cafe. We also have a guy called Chris Wilson popping in every now and then. And he's organizing this, it's almost like Indie for Bridges on the ferries. It's coming up on which date, Henry?
I think it's the 24th of May.
24th of May, somewhere around there. And it's like everybody go as Sovereign Scots, get your tickets. We're not like as a group, so they can't refuse us individually. And then when we're on the ferry and it's left nothing, we just get all our flags out and all that to sail somewhere and then come back again. And it's like Indie for Bridges on the ferry.
Sounds brilliant. Oh, here's a message from Mr. E, which I totally agree with. Clan division is how they control us. We are one. Don't allow division to divide us, and that is spot on.
Yeah, we left division in high school. No more division.
No division, thank you. We can fall out with each other. That's normal, but independence is also normal, and we need to be united together towards that.
I tried to be normal once, and it was the worst 10 minutes of my life.
Well, obviously, I'm normal. I mean, look at my ear.
I would like to give a wee mention to Lorna. She injured her arm, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and it's on the mend. It's on the mend, and she's doing really well. So I'm glad to see her back up on her feet.
That's fantastic. Lorna.
Yeah, and a shout out as well to Ian McNeil. I hope you're doing well and getting really strong, and looking forward to Indie for Bridges. I think I'm going to go and camp out there overnight so I don't miss it because I've been missing it the last little while. And who else? Oh, yeah, Tommy Sheridan lost his sister, so that's really sad. Is anyone else you want to think about?
I was just going to mention about the 29th of this month, another gathering at Grangemouth. And we hope everybody that was there can bring all their friends, neighbours, banners, dogs, children. Come along, join us, and let the workers at Grangemouth know that we're 100% behind them and we don't want to lose the plant.
And
we do have a plan. It was the last time we didn't. Sorry.
I'm saying hopefully we'll have some good sound and decent microphones as well.
Are you insulting my microphone?
No, I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying that, and hopefully also the weather will be better.
Bring your own fucking microphone.
I've got a microphone.
I'm going to
on a laptop. That's the extent of my technical ability.
I'm insulting your microphone because when the silent clansman had it in his hand, I said something and he went bump. Bump.
You know what? Like, I caught 3 buses there, and then Eddie gave me a lift from Glasgow, and my trolley fell over twice. So it's amazing that my speaker and my microphone worked at all. And if it wasn't for Jason being there, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have managed. And that was Indie Live, working with Indie Live, literally trying to get the sound going. So the fact that there was anything, I'm not taking complaints. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, here we've got a comment from Hashbury again. Hashbury Stumble. Clans have always been divided depending on which side of the hill had the most haggis.
And the whiskey.
And the whiskey.
Oh, okay. There's Nancy. She said it's called Sail for Freedom.
Sail for Freedom, that's it. Chris
So guys,
Wilson,
keep an eye on that. It's coming up in May. I've just disappeared. Yeah. Thank you, Nancy.
Thanks, Nancy.
And you can do that, Les.
Another
Come on,
message from, another message from Mr. E. We can be individually independent, but together is the only path to independence. We must vote in MPs that are prepared to walk and not talk. I'm on the radio.
My mum said, do you have cash for this, shouldn't you?
Oh, sorry. Listen, I've got a technical difficulty. It's my son scrounging for some cash.
I was asking for some hash. I thought he said, Mum, do you have some hash?
That's excellent.
See ya.
That's 2 cameos in one night.
Wait a minute.
Well, his son was awesome. He literally got the whole thing running for her. So he's a hero. And we're going to get him on the show as well, because I want to get like a lot of the younger people on the shows and start learning how to use StreamYard and
You'll be all right.
I'll ask him.
getting on air.
Is that my
Yeah.
phone or yours?
It's yours.
So we
It's
are
all
skill
part and
sharing.
parcel, man. It's all part and
Bye.
parcel.
Rosie,
Yes.
you have to put your mic on mute if something happens at the bottom of the screen. There's a
Oh,
little
shit,
microphone.
wait a
and you
minute.
mute yourself.
Am I on mute?
No.
You're not. I'm just saying in future, if you're broadcasting and somebody interrupts you, put your microphone on mute. And then
All right. It was my son had a taxi ordered and it had arrived. So that's
No,
why.
I thought he
sorry.
said, Mum, can you give me some hash?
Obviously, I'm a professional.
Do.
Anyway, I'm going to play one song and then we'll have a wee blether and we'll end the show. But let's have a song.
Good,
I've got
because
one
I'm
more-
desperate for a pee, Jim.
Tell somebody who cares.
Shut up.
Okay. Yes, Echo Tree. I did have a whole lot of songs and I made a video, but it's I won't swear. So we're gonna listen to this song, okay?
Okay.
I love you in the evening when the sun is going down. I love you in the morning when the new day comes around. I love you in the springtime when the buds begin to show. And I'd love if you could love me from my head down to my toe. I love to watch you sleeping with the moonlight on your face. I love to watch you laughing, sure makes my own heart race. I love the way patiently listen till my worries all subside. And I love if your love could be forever at my side. I'll love you for as long as the sun shines in the sky. I'll love you for as long as the day follows the night. I'll love you for as long as there is water in the sea. And I'd love to watch our love grow from an acorn to a tree. Yes, I'd love to watch our love grow from an acorn to a tree.
Brilliant.
Song, and Graham wrote it for his wife. But I think it applies for Scotland as well. Like, we've all got this love for Scotland, you know, and any love song can just be referred to Scotland.
Break your heart, some of them, eh?
Yeah, did you see that the Google AI actually said factually that haggis is an animal?
Well, Hashbury Stumble has put up a link for the Haggis Wildlife Foundation.
I love it. I literally just said, well, everybody in Scotland knows that it is an animal, you know. We got to have down urban, you know. And yeah, I just want to say, get out there and start supporting all the different groups, because if you share things and people are not a member and you don't say which group it is, they can't see the post. So
Yeah,
we can literally be much more organized as an indie movement than we are.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we need
And
to
I know that All Under One Banner is trying to do a fundraiser for the 3 marches they are doing this year. They need to, for all the stage hire and the toilet hire, they need to raise money for that. So I'll keep an eye out for it. And what's he say? Ash, it's all true, you know, endangered.
It's endangered, affected by global warming. So please support the haggis. We mustn't let it die out.
Right.
Yeah, I had haggis for breakfast the other day.
Ginger's
Need some haggis for breakfast.
Is that what the Loch Ness Monster had for its breakfast? Haggis.
Ginger's giraffes. It's illegal to import haggis. Very
That's a new
unfair.
one. That's a new one.
Who let the drugs out?
Hashbury
Who let the drugs out?
You let the dogs out. Thanks, Hashbury.
What's happening is we're sending all our haggises down south, and then they're sending it back up to us.
Exactly.
You know,
and they're charging us double the price to the buggers.
Right.
We should call this a sweary show.
Call it the what?
The sweary show.
The sweary show.
Sweary Mary show. There used to be
you can't get on unless you're a really good swearer.
Yeah. And there used to be a page when I was, I don't know, in my young years, called Sweary Mary's Dictionary on the internet. And they would invent swear words, new ones, and give definitions. It was really funny.
Get David McInnes. Get David McInnes on. He'll do a fantastic job.
He will,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get like so many people on it. Just tonight there was quite a lot of people in hospital or not well, or their families not well. People passing away.
So that's why it was a last minute. Thanks for
Yeah.
giving me all that time to prepare.
Eddie Buffries, are the rest all on Facebook? Question mark. I was wondering what he was.
Does he mean the
What are you on
haggis?
about, Eddie? We don't know what you're on about. So Tosbury Stumble says the Highland Shorty.
The Highland Short here is doing well in the Kieran Gorms.
That's excellent.
Freedom for the haggis.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me. I've got this cute little picture somebody posted on Facebook today. Look at this.
Ah, beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. Eh?
It says, just a girl who, like her brother behind her, knows her future will be independence is the only option. Do it for them.
I wonder if that was taken in Ayr. It looks like the pavilion in Ayr, but I might be wrong.
Eddie Buffries, but I think they'd be able to tell you that one. He knows
Probably.
everywhere. He's been everywhere, man. Up and down
Somebody
the
made
stairs,
a
man.
version of that song on the islands, and they were like, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Shore Boss, Leo Boss, all the way down the islands. Benbecula, Castle Bay.
I've never
Hashbury
heard
Stumble. Well, the lowland haggis is actually nearly extinct, so we all need to be really concerned about that.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we need to do-
Hashbury.
yeah.
Oh, Rosie, didn't I look like a long-haired haggis this morning? What was my hair doing?
Your hair resembled, it was like
Standing
a
straight up.
pyramid you had. It was a pyramid of hair.
That's how I'm going to do the breakfast show. I'm just going to get
You
out of
looked
bed.
worse than me, and that's saying something first thing in the morning in my first coffee, I can assure you.
Mr. E has said the worst is the long farting haggis. Full of wind. You grab it and it goes.
Is that not Keir Starmer? No.
Well, tonight when I was trying to start the live stream, it was telling me it couldn't go through to Facebook, but it is actually going through, so that's good.
Okay.
And Eddie, we should set it. Not Eddie. Oh my God, Henry.
Yes.
I now forgot what I was going to say.
Bloody hell. Oh, Christ, wait a minute.
Henry, you should add this to one of the groups because we can stream to 10 destinations or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be shared. Obviously, I'll go onto YouTube, won't it? Anyone can do it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm just plugging in there.
I think what I'm going to do is end the show, guys, and everybody will sleep very well tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie says something, yeah. Rosie, I guess you're all getting ready to hibernate for summer.
Oh, here's Eddie Wolfie again. Never shuts up, that man. Oh, it's gone. Hang on. Oh, God.
You can read Heather's.
Rosie and the haggis are all getting ready to hibernate for summer. Eddie Buffries. What? You're lagging. You're lagging. You're lagging. Rosie,
I
you're
think
lagging.
what we'll do, guys, is we're going to end the show and
Yeah.
go through to the Indie 2 Cafe. So if anyone wants to join us, go to Indie 2 Cafe group, and the code will be there for Zoom. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah.
And, it's been great to have you guys here. Sorry we had to make plans at the last minute because some things fell through, but people going into hospital and all. So, yeah, thank you for watching, Jock Gibson.
Well, good evening, Jem. Good evening, Rosie, if you can still hear me. Good night.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream. And thank you to Rosie and what's his name, Henry.
Oh, what's his face? What's his face?
The echo's putting me off, honestly. Okay.
Right. Good
And
night.
get straight into your beds, guys. Okay. Love you all.
While the unicorn is chained to the lion with the crown, I will never rest. I will never back down. With the trusty sword of truth and the shield of integrity, I will fight until I die for the unicorn.